Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Game 6 of the 2021 OCAA Women's Softball Championship from the St. Clair College Sports Park in Windsor, Ontario, here on We Digital. Tonight, a chance to go straight to the OCAA gold medal game is on the line. It's the Durham Lords taking on the St. Clair Saints here on We Digital. My name is Justin Prince. Welcome to tonight's action for what is the biggest game of the year for both of these sides. A chance to make history. The winner gets a chance on the easier path to the gold. The loser has to go to the bronze medal game and then win to make it back to the gold medal game. The pressure is on, to say the very least, to try and make their way on forward here this evening. Both respective sides are just a few moments away from getting things underway from the Rose City to see which team is the one that can come out on top. The Durham Lords are getting ready to start things off for the top of the first inning. It's Alexis Pereira who will lead things off, followed by Cazamelon with Nicole Mancini with Abby Suffel, Kaylee Mcintyre, Chloe Showers, Easton Hearns, Clemens round out the lineup. In the flex is the pitcher Morgan Selter. We're underway from Windsor. Pereira watches the first pitch of the game to make it 0-1 the count. This one tapped around. That will make it 1-1. Here's the defensive alignment tonight, as it's Tiano Shots in left field, Lafleur, Ullman in the outfield as well, with Cowan, Murphy, Valinga, Uchin, and Erskine rounding out the infield. Today's pitcher is one of the best in the land. It is Amy Clayton for her second appearance of the day. 2-1 is the current count for Pereira. This one hit past the third baseman and shortstop to the outfield and in for a base hit. And Durham is quickly on base with a single to start things off. Cazamelon now coming up to the plate. But for Amy Clayton, she is the OCAA Player of the Year, and when pitching, she's been strong. 10 games, 9 starts, 7-1 the record, ERA just above 2, 44 strikeouts, and 8 walks. That one watch for the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 the count for the DP, Cazamelon. Malin watches and tries to reach at that one. 1-1. Malin. 1-1. This one drops down to the turf once more. Make it 2-1 the count. Now a discussion from the coaching staff from the Durham Lords. As a result of that watched pitch there. Keep in mind, Durham won against the Humber Hawks in what was a big victory for the program, 5-3. They ended up scoring 4 runs in the final 3 innings, compared to the Hawks' 1. This one bunted, picked up by the third baseman. Throw by Calvin to first, not in time, and it's an infield single. Back-to-back base hits to start things off.
And now batting for the Lords, the third baseman, number 9, Nicole Mancini.
That brings up the third baseman, Nicole Mancini. Mancini earlier today was 3 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI against Humber. Can she get Durham on the board to start off this one? The answer no. Popped up into foul territory. Picked up by Erskine for the first out. Now bring up Abby Suffel. So we take a look at the replay. Suffel, first-year player from Whitby, Ontario. Earlier today, 1 for 4 with an RBI. The Lords picked up 12 hits against Humber earlier. That one watched for a strike. towards the middle portion of the plate, 0-1. Runners at first and second, 1 out in the top of the first inning. Game 6 of the OCAA Women's Softball Championship weekend. This one watched up high, top of the zone, 0-2. 0-2. Beautiful fall day from Windsor. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. First strikeout for Amy Clayton in this game.
The catcher number 8, Mcintyre.
See, able to draw the swing and a miss from the first baseman, and now bring up the catcher, Kelly Mcintyre. Starts off by hitting it straight past Clayton. Runners try move forward. A run comes home to score. And Durham is on the board, 1-0.
Now batting for the Loons. Third fielder
And able to squeak it right on by Clayton. You see the frustration from the arms lifting up from Clayton. And now St. Clair is in a hole to start things off. Keep in mind, Clayton did not allow a single run against Conestoga earlier. Up at the plate now, it is Chloe Showers. Rise ball too high this time, 1-0. Showers 1 for 4 earlier with a run scored. In the regular season, she was batting .286. And a swing and a miss makes it a 1-1. Runners still at first and second. Durham leads 1-0 over St. Clair. 2 outs as that one goes way up to the backstop. The wild pitch leads to the runners moving to both in scoring position for the 2-1. See the rise ball with a lot of velocity. Goes all the way to the screen and then some. Clayton now sets up for the 2-1. This one dribbled back to the screen, 2-2. This one just misses. Full count. 3-2. On deck, the shortstop, Riley Easton. Hit straight to the second baseman. Throw to first in time, and the side is retired. 1 run comes home to score, and the Durham Lords lead over the St. Clair Saints
At the end of the
1-0
1 run on
after the
Bruzzo.
top of the first inning.
2 runners left on base.
A strong start offensively for the Durham Lords, who were coming off a very strong regular season. And now we'll see how things continue on in the bottom of the first inning, with one of the more electric offenses in total in the entire OCAA coming up to the plate. They were tops in batting average with a .386. They were tops in on-base percentage, slugging percentage, their earned runs average, the best batting average against, and as well known for being able to hit the most extra base hits. We'll see how things fare out for St. Clair's lineup here tonight. The pitcher they'll be facing this evening as well, Morgan Salter, though, a difficult player to try and break on through. Remember, it was Salter who held Humber to a low-scoring, low-hitting, full-game performance. With things all set to go, let's take a look at the St. Clair Saints batting order. It's Jalen Murphy, who leads things off at shortstop. Judy Lafleur at center field. The pitcher, Amy Clayton, along with the DP and Julia Bruzzo. Ryan Cowan, the former player of the year from a couple of years ago at third base. Paige Ullman right field. Jacqueline Uchin at first. Valinga second. LaChance at left field. And the flex today is Emily Erskine at catcher. That's a look at your batting order for tonight for St. Clair.
The shortstop, number 28, Shaylen
To lead things off, the OCAA Rookie of the Year, who tied the runs scored record with 37, Shaylen Murphy. She starts off by fouling it back to the screen, 0-1. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment now for Durham. It's Clemens and Pereira in the outfield with Showers. The infield features Mancini, Easton, Hearns, Suffel, and Mcintyre. As mentioned, the pitcher is Salter. This one hit to center field. Tracked down quickly for the first fly ball of the day.
Now batting for the Saints, the center
First
fielder,
out comes
number
in.
18, Judy Lafleur.
Tracked down quickly by Pereira. Now bringing up Judy Lafleur. Starts off by watching one up high, too high to the rice ball. 1-0. Earlier today, Lafleur went to bat 3 times, walked twice, scored once. This time hit to the shortstop. Throw to first, in time for the second out.
Now batting for the Saints,
So a 6-3 ground
number
out.
14, Clayton.
And that will bring up another key part of this year's St. Clair roster. The Player of the Year, Amy Clayton. Known for being a dual threat at the plate and in the circle. She tied the RBI record with 37 in a season. Starts off with the ball up high, 1-0. Clayton also finished second in regular season play with 33 hits, 4 home runs, a batting average above 500. That one into the turf, 2-0. Two outs in the bottom of the first inning, 2-0 the count. This one looped up to left center, in for a base hit. And Clayton is aboard for the first hit for St. Clair.
The designated player, number 2, Julia Bruzzo.
Perfect location to drop that one in for the bloop single. After being 1 for 4 earlier, 4 RBIs. Clayton is aboard once more. Bruzzo, meanwhile, looks to try and move things ahead. Runner at first, 2 outs. Rise ball too high. 1-0. We talked about the performances throughout the campaign for some of the respective players. Salter in the regular season, ERA of 2.07, forces a swing and miss, 1-1. She had 68 strikeouts, a strikeout per 9 innings rate of 10.06, with a 4-2 record in 9 starts. Another one up high, swing and miss, 1-2. Bruzzo's been aggressive when it comes to the high fastballs throughout the past few months this season. It's one into the zone for the strikeout, and that retires the inning. After 1 inning to play, it is the Lords who lead 1-0 over the St. Clair Saints after a frozen strike 3 to retire to the side. You're watching We Digital from Windsor.
My name is Nicole Mancini. Before I was in the welding program, I was a pet nutritionist at a pet shop for about 3 years. You'll be surprised how great it is to be a woman in the trades because it's such a welcoming community. Every woman that I've met that's in the trades program or has studied within the trades is just so happy to be in it. And why wouldn't you want to be a part of something that everybody else is enjoying and loving themselves? My name is Nicole Mancini. Before I was in the welding program, I was a pet nutritionist at a pet shop for about 3 years. You'll be surprised how great it is to be a woman in the trades because it's such a welcoming community. Every woman that I've met that's in the trades program or has studied.
Looking at the scoreboard here at the St. Clair Sports Park, here at the main campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, as the Durham Lords lead 1-0 over the St. Clair Saints in OCAA Women's Softball Championship action. Just Prince with you here on We Digital as we're all set for the top of the second inning. Riley Easton, the shortstop, leads things off, followed by Gracie Hearns and Natalie Clemens. Starting things off with a watch strike, 0-1. Earlier today, 1 for 3, Easton went. She swings and misses for the second strike, 0-2. Durham was able to jump up early on the scoreboard after getting 3 first-inning hits. St. Clair Saints. This one, hit to the shortstop and Murphy. Throw to first, off the mark and then some. Bounces its way back into play. And that may be an error.
Now batting for Durham. The second baseman, number 16.
Take a look at this. Good velocity of the throw, but just below the glove. And that puts Easton aboard for Gracie Hearns. Grace Hearns thinks about reaching for that one, instead watches it. 1-0. Grace Hearns. 16 games played in the regular season. 250 with a home run and 9 RBIs. This one hit to left field over the top of the head of LaChance. This could be extra bases and then some. Runners try and move around, and now there's a miscommunication. The runners trying to move around, and now they're at second and third with nobody out. Need to take a look at this one. Watch the third base after this is thrown back into play here. The first runner in Easton stops, and Hearns originally did not see that she stopped, was originally trying to stretch it to a triple. She gets chased back for a double, and in turn, both are now in scoring position for the bunt attempt being fouled away by Clemens. Clemens hit .333, 8 for 24 in 12 games of the regular season. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Can confirm there is now 1 error to the credit of St. Clair in this one. So an E6 started off the potential rally for Durham. This one chopped to Clayton. Clayton chases back the runner from third, throws it to first, and not in time, and the bases are loaded.
Now batting for Durham. The center fielder, number 2, Alexis Pereira.
Good chase back here to prevent the run, but right here the throw just off, and now huge opportunity coming up for the top of the order after the infield single. It's Alexis Pereira. Starts off by watching that one for a ball, 1-0. Pereira started off the game with a base hit. She hit .393 in the regular season with 11 RBIs, a chance to add to that total in postseason play. That one fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the second. Here comes the 1-1. This one shot foul. Backstop for the second strike, 1-2. Clayton trying to stop the bleeding. That one outside, 2-2. Clayton in regular season play allowed just 14 total runs, 12 earned. And the drop ball drops too much, 3-2. Critical time here. Malin on deck. And in for a base hit. 1 run comes in to score. A second comes home as well. Durham leads 3-0 over the regular season champs.
Now batting for Durham. The designated player, number 3,
Runners now at first and second as another hit recorded in the past couple hours goes right by the pitcher through the gap in the defensive assignment. And now there's a conference up on the mound. Remember, Clayton did not record a loud run earlier today to get St. Clair to this position. And as well, throughout the regular season, the most earned runs allowed in a game was 4 all the way back against Humber September the 17th. St. Clair won that game 14-5. Most earned runs allowed so far by Clayton since against Durham, September the 18th, 5-4. So it's Malin who will now come up to the plate. Reached via single last time up. Runners at first and second. Clayton now finishing up the conference on the rubber. Coach Wiseman and company. One of the toughest situations they've been in this campaign. Hit down the third base line for the first strike. 0-1 by Malin. Runners still at first and second. Nobody out. Goes for the drag bunt right down to the plate. And the bases are loaded again. Now it's dropped around. Throw to third. A run comes home to score. Durham has scored 3 this inning. They lead 4-0 with nobody out still. Look at this bunt placement. Right in front of the plate. You can't do that any better. And in the kerfluffle, Herrera moves up to third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out still for Mancini. She thinks about the drag. Durham goes for the steal. And they get it. So Malin now in scoring position as well here. Up high. 2-0. Hit towards Showell's center. Chased down and tracked down by Lafleur. And finally, there's an out.
First baseman number 22, Abby.
Right off the top of the bat, see right at that replay. Floor having to make up a lot of ground to get in within range to make sure it wasn't tagging distance. But it's Suffel who struck out last time up. Who looks to continue the rally, starting off with a walk strike, 0-1. Suffel in the regular season hit .377, 12 total RBIs. This one chopped back to screen 0-2. Today's umpiring crew, Rod Drillard is at the plate. Jeff Nolan at first base. Bob Dahl at third base. Watch for the strike. Strike 3. Second strikeout against Suffel tonight. Right there, clear as day, right over the plate. That brings up Kelly Mcintyre, the catcher. Swing and miss to start things off 0-1. Last time up, Mcintyre hit a single as well. That game mentioned earlier in the campaign, the Lords hit 6 hits against St. Clair. They've already reached that total in the top of the second, 1-1. The 1-1 from Clayton. Hit foul down the third base line, strike 2. Stands packed here at the Sports Park. It's one hit up towards the sky to foul territory and into the batting cages. Runners at second and third still, 2 outs in the top of the second. Chop towards the first baseman. Throw to first, and the side is retired. But 3 runs come home to score for the Lords. They lead 4-0 in one of the biggest deficits St. Clair has had all season. See how things play out throughout the remainder of this inning and how St. Clair responds on offense. Remember, in the regular season, only 1 loss went the way of the St. Clair Saints, and that loss was against Fanshawe in the final series of 2021's regular season. They did have a couple losses when they went to national championship tournament play during Thanksgiving weekend, and it's worth noting one of the teams they lost against was an OCAA opponent in Humber. But now as we head to the bottom of the second inning, we see how St. Clair tries to respond offensively. It is Cowan, Ullman, Uchin who will lead off the inning. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters on the card. It's just moments away from getting things back underway from Windsor. Just 11 pitches for Salter in the first inning. 1 strikeout. See how she fares out against the 2019 OCAA Player of the Year in Raya Cowan. Salter taking her time. Up of the rubber. Here comes the first pitch. The bottom second. And it goes all the way to the backstop. 1-0. Here's the statistics for Cowan in the regular season. She hit .308. 18 games played, 16 for 52 with 12 RBIs. This one foul back to the tippy top of the screen once more, 1-1. Clouds starting to really cover the ballpark. Here towards the edge of Windsor, it's gone from mostly cloudy to overcast skies, 9 degrees Celsius, feeling like 8. This one popped up and into foul territory behind the first base dugout. The wind gusts have also slowly started to increase in rapidness. Wind's currently just about 6 kilometers per hour to the east. Wind gust 9. 1-2, set to go. Below the knees, 2-2. Two for Cowan. And a swing and miss. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts. Recorded by Salter. That's the first down.
Batting for the Saints. Number 16.
That will bring up the right fielder, Paige Allman. Swings and misses on a hearty cut. 0-1. This season in regular season play, 6 for 22 in 14 games. Ullman hit .273 with 4 RBIs. Now back to screen, 0-2. Very strong start to the inning for Salter. Last time Ullman faced Durham, drew a walk, was hitless. This time she struck out. Back-to-back strikeouts in the inning.
The first baseman, number 15, Jacqueline.
And now bring up Jacqueline Uchin. Uchin came in as a relief player, a replacement rather, in the last game in this championships. Watch the strike to start, 0-1 on the curve. In regular season play, Uchin 15 for 35 in 12 games, hit .429 and 16 RBIs. Rise ball all the way to the screen, 1-1. Uchin got a hit and an RBI against Durham back in September. Inside, ball called, 2-1. And a look at the coaching staff, Doug Wiseman. Uchin reaches for it, 2-2. 2-2 off the foul tip. Swing and a miss, and the side's retired. 3 strikeouts in the inning, 4 total. And Durham has the momentum cooking on forward after 2 innings of play. They lead 4-0 over the St. Clair Saints. You're watching We Digital. Stay tuned.
Hey fans, don't forget are delicious and a whole lot
Looking towards Acumen Stadium here at the St. Clair Sports Park. Main campus of St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, ready to get going for the top of the third inning. Amy Clayton has allowed 4 earned runs with 43 total pitches, just 2 strikeouts a game. And now she faces the top of the lineup card for the third inning. Towards it, Showers, Easton, Hearns. After what was a lengthy second. Starting off with the rise ball too high. 1-0. Showers, first-year player from Oxbridge, Ontario, 5'4". Grounded out first time up. This time grounds out again. Go 0 for 2. Back-to-back ground balls to the second baseman. Now bring up Easton. Last time for Easton, was able to reach via error. Starts off by watching the curve below the knees, 1-0. 1-0 for the Bowmanville, Ontario-based player. Up high on the rise ball, 2-0. And a good hitter's count here. Durham was third in hits the regular season with 173. This one adds to it. Down the third baseline, in for extra bases. No throw into the infield, and it's a double for Easton with 1 out. quickly breezed its way on by the third baseman.
The second baseman, number 16, Gracie.
Cowan not able to react in time as it went all the way to the corner and thrown back in for the double. So Easton on the base paths. Hearns to the plate. Hearns last time hit a double. This time swings and misses for the first pitch. 0-1. An happening Ontario base player. It's a runner at second, 1 out. Tries to drag bunt for the top of the bat. Instead goes 0-2. Only 5 sacrifice hits for Durham in the regular season. That was third best in the OCAA. This one hit past Clayton, hit past Murphy. The runner rounds third and is in to score. It's an RBI base hit for Hearns. That'll bring up Clemens as the lead extends to 5-0. See both Clayton and Murphy not able to get it in time, and now there is another discussion up on the rubber between Erskine and Clayton after what has been a rough start for her. For Clayton, continues to not look the greatest of a day. The second start of said day. Most earned runs she's allowed all season. Down low, steal attempt, throw to second. She went off the base and gets tagged out for the second out. So the runner got to second base safely, and then watch right here. Slides over top of it, off the bag. Murphy able to get the tag, and now there's 2 away for an 0-1 count. This one hit directly to the pitcher, and Clayton throw to first in time. That ends the inning. So 5 runs now Durham has scored against St. Clair. They lead 5-0, heading towards the middle of the third inning. See the quick drag down for the 1-3 to retire that side. To lead things off for the St. Clair side of the card, Sarah Valenga, Tiana LaChance, then the top of the lineup to Shaylin Murphy. For a lineup that's been held to just 1 hit so far. Remember, this is a team that has scored in bunches, including against opponents earlier. See, a lot of fans have packed into the stands. The Hilltop also covered in fans as well. Plenty covered in blankets. One of the biggest crowds of the evening in the season. 4 strikeouts so far for Salter, including all of them in a row. Sarah Valenka looks to break that trend here as the second baseman watches. Down low, 1-0. Regular season, Valenga, 250 for 9 RBIs, 18 games, 8 for 32. And a swing and miss on the reach. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1. Popped up. Chased down by the third baseman. And Mancini gets the first out. So a pop out breaks up the strikeout streak. But it's now Tiana LaChance who looks to break the hitless drought. Side of that 1 single from Clayton. LaChance in the regular season, 12 for 34 in 14 games, 353 and 6 RBIs. One of those hits came against Durham, along with one of the runs. To her credit, This one bunted, nearly overtopped the screen. 0-1. And some instructions reached from the dugouts. Salter approaches 30 pitches. Decent contact to left field, but playable for a flyout. Second out.
Now, batting for the Saints,
F7
number
for
28,
Clemens.
Murphy.
See over and about by 3 steps. Jalen Murphy. Last time flew out to center field. After having an electrifying first game of the day, it's for electrifying second as this one goes to the backstop 1-0. It was 3 hits, 5 at-bats with an RBI and 2 runs scored for Murphy against Conestoga. First-year player, again the Rookie of the Year. This one popped up again, but not playable as it just misses a fan. And the fan it bounced next to didn't even bat an eye, but someone did pick up the ball at the least. And as you can see, that ball returned back to the safety of the many volunteers a part of this event. 1-1. Down low, below the knees this time, 2-1. Two one inside again, same location, 3-1. Decent count for Murphy with Lafleur on deck. And that's going to walk Murphy to base. First time she's reached in this game.
Judy Lafleur.
Now bring up someone known for plate discipline, Judy Lafleur. First walk of the game for Salter. Last time Lafleur came up, it was a ground out to the shortstop. This one goes to the rubber towards the turf for 1-0. Runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning, St. Clair trails by 5. Fastball too high, 2-0. 2-0 for Lafleur. Hit down the third base line and to the safety of some security guards now. You see the gun volunteer chasing that one too. 2-1. The regular season, 4 different Saints walked 10 times. This one, hard hit to right center, drops. Around third goes Murphy. She comes home to score. Diving play at third, and now this could be trouble. St. Clair's on the board, 2-run score. So count that's a triple and an error to get St. Clair on the board. Lafleur with one of the best hits from her this season at home. And a medley of errors take place once it gets into the infield. Past the cutoff man. Thrown to the catcher. And then misses by a foot to the third baseman. Two-run score, 1 earned, Clayton to the plate. This one watched. Inside corner at the knees, 0-1 for the strike. Clayton last time up. A single, the first hit for St. Clair. This one decides to bounce his way to the catcher, 1-1. 5-2. Durham with the advantage, up by 3 in the bottom of the third. After St. Clair scored as a result of a triple and an error. Way inside, 2-1. Hit past the shortstop to the outfield and left center. Clayton with the second base hit of the game, and the rally continues with 2 outs.
The designated player, number 2, Judy Lafleur.
That ball breezed round by Easton. And now that brings up Bruzzo. She struck out to retire to the side in the first inning. Regular season hit .423. Just 5 strikeouts in regular season play. Starts things off below the knees, just a tick below. 1-0 for the first-year player from Lakeshore. And a big swing and a miss, 1-1. Bruzzo amongst one of the big components of this offense for St. Clair. This one hit towards right field, and that retires the side. But St. Clair's on the board. Durham holds on to a 5-2 advantage after 3 innings of play. You're watching We Digital live from Windsor, Ontario. More coverage coming up right after the break. Has the scoring been busy here tonight? 5-2, your score after 3 innings of play here on We Digital, with a spot in the OCAA Women's Softball Championship gold medal game on the line. Justin Prince with you, and a pitching change has just come into play. Raya Cowan is now on the mound for St. Clair, and in the rubber, I should say. For Cowan, in the regular season, 11 appearances, 3 games started, 4-0 was the record. 1 allowed home run with an ERA of 1.83, 13 strikeouts and 4 walks. Starting things off is the 2021 All-Star. Lead off the inning, Alexis Pereira. Starts off with 1 towards the middle of the zone, 0-1. Couple more changes of note. Amy Clayton has also moved to first base. Several other players have also shuffled amongst the infield as a result of a pitching change. That one down into the turf, 1-1. 1-1 in the top of the 4th inning for the first at-bat. Pereira chops it to second. Throw to first in time. And another 4-3. This time starts it off. Casey Malin, the designated player, ready to come up as here's the replay. Plenty of time that time. Starting things off with the ball, 1-0.
15's out, 11's in. 12's now pitching. 14's 12's pitching. 14's at first base now. 11's at second. And 3's at third. That's for St. Clair.
That one to strike, 1-1. Just got the full adjustments, months, the various changes coming in.
Thank you.
As this one curves top of the zone, 1-2. Mentioned Cowan is now on the mound. In the rubber. Clayton at first. Second is Shabai. Third base is now Valenga. 2-2. Allen sets. Watches strike three called. And quickly 2 away in the top of the fourth.
Now batting for the Lords, the third baseman, number 9.
Just absolutely froze her on that one. Cowan looking comfortable in the rubber. That brings up Mancini. Mancini 0 for 2. Chops it to third base. For the first, and the side is quickly retired with a 5-3. 3 up, 3 down. Now heading to the middle of the game outright. 3.5 innings now complete. Heading towards the bottom of the fourth inning. Syncor still trails 5-2 here on We Digital. The fans starting to get into the action with plenty of hoodies and blankets amongst the crowd. There's also a pizza party you may have seen in the center stands. So plenty of fans looking to cheer things on, including from that hillside. Picturesque landscape here at the heart of the campus. It's a span of about 4 or 5 years between times before the opening of this facility and this field. St. Clair played away from their own home campus. Ryan Cowan, who came in to pitch in the top of the inning, starts the batting order in the bottom. Struck out last time. She's followed by Paige Ullman, Jacqueline Uchin slot. We'll see how things play out in the 7-hole. Starts off with one towards the turf, 1-0. Cowan, the third-year eligible player from LaSalle, Ontario. Cowan to left center, backing up to the outfielders near contact, but played by the center fielder for the first out. So the catch goes into the glove of the All-Star in Pereira. Look at the heads up though from the left fielder in Clemens to give the clearance for Pereira to see. Paige Ullman struck out last time up as well. Dribbles this one to the third baseman. Throw by Mancini to first for the second out.
Now batting with the Saints, the second baseman, number 11, Riley Shabai.
So on that ground ball you see on the replay, that will bring in the new player for the infield. At second base, it's Riley Shabai. And it's hit right towards the screen for the first strike on the foul. 0-1. Regular season play seen Shabai play in 15 games, 12 for 39 at the plate, 10 RBIs with a .308 batting average. Shabai also picked up 3 steals as that one in the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Chop to the shortstop. Throw to first in time, and the side is retired. So 1-2-3, bottom of the inning. Durham still leads by 3. Top of the 5th inning coming up. You're watching We Digital for OCAA Women's Softball Championship action from Windsor. Taking a look towards the Griffin along the side of the main campus near the front doors here in Windsor. As we're ready for the top of the fifth inning for OCAA women's softball action. Justin Prince with you on We Digital. Abby Suffolk leads things off, followed by Mcintyre and Showers. Cowan still up on the rubber. That one watched for the ball to start things off 1-0. Suffolk trying to avoid the hat trick. 2 strikeouts at the plate tonight. This one in for a base hit. Tracked down by the center fielder in Lafleur. And Suffolk breaks through the strikeouts with a base hit.
The catcher number 8, Haley McIntyre.
And once again, players have been trying to take advantage of that area right near the pitchers to zip on through the amount of space around second. McIntyre now up at the plate, 1 for 2. Count goes to 1-0. McIntyre, a fourth-year eligible player from Guelph, Ontario, 5'6". Down into the turf for the second ball, 2-0. In the regular season, over the past few years, 49 total hits picked up by McIntyre. Career .355 hitter in regular season play, 3-0. On deck, Showers. Watches that one clip the very top of the zone. 3-1. Time now called up at the plate for this critical pitch. The reason being shoelaces for the catcher in Erskine. Erskine has played a majority of the catching reps this season, whether as the flex, in some cases in the lineup like earlier. 3-1 coming from Cowan. A little heat on that one, but too low. Cowan walks McIntyre to the bases. Now bring up the right fielder in Showers. Here's the look at this very slow-mo as that drop below the knees.
The right fielder number 23, Chloe Showers.
Chloe Showers. 2 ground balls, both to the second baseman. Now with a runner at first, nobody out. Thought about the bunt, pulled it back. 1-0. As the 4th umpires shout from the crowd. Corners are in. Clayton and Valinga. Bit closer down the pass. This one bunted but popped up for the first strike. Erskine having to retreat all the way back to the backstop to retrieve that one. And the winner of this game, direct bid to the gold medal game. The loser goes to the bronze medal game. This one, chop to Cowan, throw to third. Takes the runner out of scoring position, but there is still runners at first and second now with one away. On the fielder's choice. Now we'll quickly bring up Easton, who has had a very stellar game so far. Went on base via error to start off the game, then hit a double. And a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Easton, first-year player. Beautiful Bowmanville, Ontario. Chop towards the third baseman, Valenga. And Valenga elects to go for the fielder's choice for the second out. And that takes a runner away from third. This one had a little bit of a hesitation as a result of the bobble. Valenga's still able to get the tag on the base. It's now Hearns up at the plate, who is 2 for 2. Single and a double. Starts off with the drop ball out of zone 1-0. Mora, Ontario is where Clemens resides from. Our first-year eligible player for Durham. Keep an eye on the base paths. Runners at first and second. Runners thought about going. Instead, watch for a strike 1-1. Chop to the second baseman. Throw to first, and the Saints get out of it. Side is retired. So a couple left on, but Durham is unable to bring them home. 5-2, heading to the bottom of the fifth inning here on We Digital. Take a look at Doug Wiseman and his squad once more. Keep in mind, Doug Wiseman won this year's Coach of the Year award for the OCAA. Adds to his very stellar resume here for the St. Clair Saints. Several medal runs throughout the past few years. Here's the look of the replay, by the way, at that play. Again, it's Jabai with the throw quickly over to get the out at first. Salter, meanwhile, stays in the game. What has been a strong performance despite the 2 runs allowed, 1 earned. 4 strikeouts and a walk with 51 pitches so far. St. Clair will have the bottom of the lineup leading things off. Valenga, Lachance, then moves back to the top for Murphy again. Last time this pattern happened, it sparked a 2-out rally. Lachance, Valenga were the 2 outs. So Valenga now at third base. Watches the first pitch towards the knees. Corner of the zone, 0-1. Valenga from Chatham, Ontario at 5'5". This one popped up and way foul. Way out of the track of the eyeballs you see from the stands. Valenga popped up last time up. Her second at bat of the night. Chop to the third baseman. Throw to first. A hop throw with the snow cone. Still gets the out. 5-3. To be able to bring Gianna Lachance up. Here's a look one more time. Throw looks strong for Mancini. Almost too strong. Jumping back down with the snow cone is Suffle. Lachance last time flew out to left field. And now looks to turn the tides here. Turns the tides by hitting it to right center. Lachance on board with a base hit with 1 out. Runner on base for Murphy. No time to react for Suffle. Showers able to keep it from rolling to the wall. As now it's Murphy, who has walked and flew out today. Who looks to wake the bats up for St. Clair in the bottom of the fifth inning. That one watch for a ball to start 1-0 for Murphy. 4 hits tonight for St. Clair so far now. Remember the 1, 2, and 3 hitters, all All-Stars this year for St. Clair's. This one way up high for the second ball, 2-0. Will Murphy get the green light? Here comes the 2-0. Pulled back the bunt. Called strike one. Remember Murphy. This league leader in hits, steals, total bases. This one. Hit down the third baseline. It's a fair ball. Sliding to third is LaChance. And it's a stand-up double for Murphy. Both runners in scoring position with one out for Judy Lafleur. How close was it? You can see just hops off the glove of Mancini and down the foul line. LaChance sits on top of the bag to be able to get in scoring position, and now there is a discussion on the rubber. See how things are played out for this one. My coach, Jamie Baker. Keep in mind, Baker, it's his first season in regards to the Durham program. Right side is for the Lords. Very positive outfield outlook. The biggest at bat yet. Judy Lafleur, first year from Essex. And the Windsor Essex base player out the Windsor Essex base college. Starts off by watching one, bottom zone, 0-1. Runners at second and third with one out in the bottom fifth. Rise ball too high, 1-1. Lafleur, directly to the second baseman. Throw at the plate in time. And LaChance checks in on the catcher after a bit of contact. Mcintyre helped back up to her feet. That's the second out and takes a runner out of scoring position, but a second runner did move to third during the sequence. See some of the discussions now with some of the assistant coaches. Keep in mind when it comes to Coach Baker for the Durham program, and a part of it since 2013, first year as head coach at Core 5. Here's the play. And look at this. Going for the slide and a near 360 for Mcintyre at the plate.
Now batting for the Saints, number 14, Amy Clayton.
So Mcintyre stays at the plate, but it's Amy Clayton who's 2 for 2 in this game, who has the chance to change the tides in the script for this one. And see the discussion before this at bat. Several times this season, Clayton has been walked intentionally. No signal this time. It starts off with a strike, 0-1. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. Clayton underneath it and out of play for a second strike, foul. Everyone ready for the 0-2. Watched it down and just missed. And I mean just 1-2. Clayton thought about it too. Just below the bottom of the knees. Here comes the quick 1-2. This time, chopped under the third baseman's head. 1 run scores. Clayton has a third single of the game. St. Clair has closed the gap to 2. Look at the bounce. Right over Mancini, not even close. Unless you're 12 feet tall. And now, runners are at first and second for Julia Bruzzo. The Lakeshore, Ontario hometown player, 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Watches the first one. Called strike. Towards the knees again, 0-1. Salter has been aiming towards that bottom part of the plate, towards the knees, for much of the inning. This time, foul to the screen, and again, St. Clair is down to 0-2. St. Clair up to 6 hits now in the game. Oh, 2. Inside. 1-2. Let's see the tension in the backdrop for the 1-2. The wave comes in. The ball bloops its way in for a base hit. Coming in to score is 1 run. It's a stand-up double, and for the second time in 3 innings, it's a 2-out rally moving forward. Bruzzo gets the double, and St. Clair's within a run. Raya Cowan will come to the plate after that huge bloops double. Cowan looking for her first hit of the night. A strikeout and a flyout as well in this one. The wave is in full effect at the sports park. And it's popped up nearly into the lights and caught to end the inning. But things are interesting now. St. Clair has come back from 5 down to close the distance within 1 run. After 5 innings of play, 5-4, Durham. More after this.
The visiting Durham Lords by your
The main campus for St. Clair College, it's been a rocking over the past couple innings. 4 runs scored over the past 3 innings has seen St. Clair reduce Durham's lead from 5-0 to 5-4. The top of the 6th inning about to get underway here on Wheat Digital. Justin Prince with you for OCAA Women's Softball Championship actions, the 6th total game of this tournament. The gold medal game on the line, direct route for the winner. The question is going to be, can St. Clair keep it 5-4 to have a shot to tie, if not take the lead in the bottom half? We'll see. Cowan, so far a strikeout and a walk in 2 innings pitched, 24 innings of work. And the Lords at the edge of their own dugout. It's Natalie Clemens, followed by Alexis Pereira, Kaysa Malin. Count starts with a ball, 1-0. Clemens, 1 for 2 today with a base hit. This one fouled away over top the fencing and out of play for the first strike, 1-1. One and one, set to go from Cowan. But velocity that time underneath the bunt, but pulled back. 2-1. 2-1. Clement's up at the plate. Misses again, 3-1. Pereira's on deck. The last walk led to a flurry of fielders' choices before the retiring of the side in the 5th. This one chopped to the third baseman. Throw to first in time. First out. Take a look at the replay. Quick response by Valenga. Up at the plate now. 2 for 3 tonight. Alexis Pereira. This one hit towards center. Chased down and caught. Omen for the second out. Here's a look. Again, right underneath it for an easy F8. Malin now comes up to the plate as a result of that one. See the outfield. Thornton Company. First one's a strike, 0-1. That one from Surrey, BC, first-year player. This one shot straight to Keller. Watching as Clayton, rather, gets the tag. Either way, the side is retired. So a 3 unassisted. The lineup in order. 1, 2, 3 for the Durham side of the card. That brings us to the bottom half of the inning. Cowan has done what she needed to do. Now it's the question, what can the offense do? It's Ullman, Shabai, Valenga. Their respective slots coming up, but there is a potential substitution coming up in lineup change. As you see the boomsticks come into play, Durham has made some changes, including who is pitching. It is one of the top pitchers from this season, Sydney Reddick, who was an all-star for Durham this season. One of the 2 for the Lords this campaign. This season, Reddick, 6 appearances, 5 starts, 1 for 3 is the record. With an ERA of 2.74. K through 9, 8.9. With 24 walks, 39 strikeouts. So again, it's Reddick who will be depended on to try and hold off the damage after 4 runs scored in the past 3 innings. Paige Ullman leads things off.
Leading off for your St. Clair Saints, number 16, Paige Ullman.
Paige Ullman 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out earlier tonight. Starts down low, makes it 1-0. Ullman, a Windsor right. Sees one up high, misses one up high. 1-1. Ullman, right to Reddick. Reddick comes up with it. The throw to first is in time. But a theatrics on that ground out. Watch the stretch from the first baseman this time in Suffel. Suffel keeps a foot on the bag, and that brings up Shabai. Shabai 0 for 1 after a ground out earlier. Watches for his first strike, 0-1 for the LaSalle, Ontario hometown player. Now our first-year eligible player, 5'7". Hard contact to left field and dropped! Bobbled around by the left fielder. Shabai is on base with one away. A big mistake for Clemens. Durham had 2 errors heading into that at-bat. That may add on to it. And now it is Valenga. Pulls back the attempt to bunt to start things off. Still strike 0-1. Valenga so far 0 for 2 today. Grounded out last time out. Experience at the university level. First year eligible for St. Clair. Inside 1-1. Can confirm Shabai is now officially credited with the reach via errors. That one fouled away for the second strike. 1-2. The 1-2 coming from Reddick. Chopped down the third base line, but foul. Mancini throws it back to the pitcher. That'll bring Shabai to first. Again, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count with 1 out. Runner at first is the tying run. Watches a rising drifter up high. Doesn't clip the zone, though. 2-2. Slow velocity pitch. Lingo, think about that one. Here comes the 2-2. Tried it again, missed it again. 3-2. LaChante's now on deck. Ball 4. First and second. 1 away. And that missed the plate and then some over top the opposing batter's box. And LaChance now comes up to the plate 1 for 2. A base hit last time. Helped spark a rally. First pitch, thought about bump, pulled it back, still strike anyway. 0-1. In the regular season. Picked up 6 RBIs. This one hit foul for the second strike. 0-2. Tying run at second. Winning run at first in the bottom 6. This one hit to the screen. Stays 0-2. A breather here. 0-2. Reddick looking to bounce back on the rubber. And forces the swing and miss. And a strikeout for LaChance, and that's a big out. The curveball forces the swing and the miss. And now it's up to Murphy. St. Clair down to their final 4 outs. Pending extras. Starts off watching one. In for a strike, 0-1. Decent contact to right field. Was it playable? No. Hit foul, 0-2. Now move runners back to first and second. Murphy, last time hit a double. Been on base twice total after walking in the third. Swing and a miss, strike three, and a huge strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts retire the side. And with 2 runners aboard, St. Clair can't bring them home. 6 innings down. Durham leads 5-4, heading to the 7th. You're watching We Digital. The tensions are high at St. Clair College's Sports Park in Windsor, Ontario. The top of the 7th inning is on the horizon. St. Clair has rallied back hit-wise, has closed things up score-wise, but we're unable to tie things up on the board. They trail by 1 to Durham in the top of the 7th inning, and for Ryan Cowan, it is a huge inning to give St. Clair any shot in the bottom half of the inning. Leading things off, the heart of the lineup. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Mancini, Suffel, Mcintyre. And start off with one in the turf and then some, 1-0. So far, Mancini looking for a first hit tonight, 0-for-3. Chopped over to third base. Throw to first. Quickly gets the first out. Mancini now 0-for-4. This one quickly played by the Lincoln Co. That brings up Suffel. Suffel, 2 strikeouts and a base hit tonight. Watches the slower speed pitch right towards the middle, 0-1. The first-year player from Whitby, Ontario. Already back in within the stands for the 0-1 from Cowan. That one drops out of the zone towards the turf again, 1-1. Cowan already more than 35 pitches. This one hit past Cowan. To the outfield it goes for a base hit. Suffel is aboard for a second consecutive single from her with 1 out. That brings up the catcher spot for Mcintyre, which you see just misses the glove of Cowan. See how big this hit ends up being here. Mcintyre, base hit, a ground ball, and a walk tonight. Starts off with a foul ball towards the camera operators down the first base line for the first strike, 0-1. Mcintyre looking to move the stations forward. The runner at first, 1 out. Top 7. Reaches underneath it towards left field, but tracked down. The shots with the catch. Throw goes back to the infield after the fly ball for the second out. See the reach right there. Gets underneath it regardless of the reach. And a leaping jump up for LaChance. And now there's a discussion once the umpire at the plate, Rod Drillard, along with the coaching staff for Durham. It looks like some lineup adjustments are coming. So a change in the catcher spot for who's up at the plate. That is Kaylin Wilson, a first-year player from Pickering, Ontario. She's a catcher in infield player who appeared in 9 games in the regular season, 5 for 18 in those games. 278 was the batting average with 4 RBIs. Reaches one up high, fouls it away, 0-1. You can hear in the backdrop the Durham dugout pumping up their batters for the 0-1 count. Misses. 1-1. Keep in mind, when Wilson pinch hit for Hearns against Humber earlier today, she got a hit, and that brought home 2 critical runs. Reaches one up high, nearly drops on top of the dugout, but hits the screen instead, 1-2. Signals coming in from Coach Baker and his staff. What a huge night this would be for this program. Now run fouled away, 1-2. Keep in mind, Baker had been brought in 2013 to assist the head coach of the time with all on-field duties. Concentrate on the efforts to develop the pitching staff with pitching techniques, movement, and strategies, as well as being responsible for recruitment before becoming the head coach. Now, the watch as this one's called 2-2. Runner does move up to second, meanwhile, with that ball hitting the turf. And as you can see, no response even from St. Clair. Defensive indifference sets up the runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Shot to the pitcher. Through to first, and the side's retired for the biggest bottom of the 7th in the history of this ballpark yet. 1 total hit, 1 runner left on. Durham holds on to a 5-4 advantage over the St. Clair Saints. And already, Coach Weissman bringing in the troops for a huge part of the game, the hugest part of the lineup coming up as well. Lafleur, Clayton, Bruzzo. 2, 3, 4. Now, we'll see how things play out. Been happy to have you with us here tonight on We Digital Productions. Justin Prince with you. St. Clair looking to rally back after trailing 5-0 earlier tonight. Can they complete the comeback? A direct bid to the gold medal game comes down to the bottom 7th. The boomsticks are out, leading things off. Center fielder, Judy Lafleur. One hit tonight, a triple. She came home to score that same play via error. And the green light on the first pitch already, 0-1. That one nearly towards her face with a lot of velocity, 1-1. This one misses, 2-1. Reddick trying to work quickly here in the 7th. That one again misses. Bottom corner, 3-1. Amy Clayton on deck. Where will the 3-1 be? In the zone. Full count, 3-2. One shot foul. Lafleur fights to keep it alive. Stays 3-2. Keep in mind the last time St. Clair won a medal. 2019 a bronze. Way off the mark at the third base. Last time the gold came in play, 2014. And now a walk comes into play to first to lead off the inning. Amy Clayton, the player of the year, is up to the plate. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. And Reddick appears to plan to pitch to her. Starts off, fastball up high, misses 1-0. The 1-0, way below the knees, 2-0. The last time, Lords won a medal, 2019 silver. Last time gold, 2018. 2-0. Vermonic. Hit to right field. And that's caught for a big first out. 1 away. No chance to take from first. See Clayton knew right away that was heading towards right field. It's the path that showers. Julia Bruzzo is up now. A double last time up. Starts off the count with a pop towards the top of the screen, 0-1. Runner at first, 1 out. Wayne Run is up at the plate. Too high, but called strike, 0-2. Just gets the top of the letters, it appears, for the second strike. That went into the turf now for the first ball, 1-2. Runner elects to stay at first. Set. 1-2. Towards center field and caught. That's the second out. St. Clair is down to their final out after back-to-back flyouts. And it all now comes into the bat of Raya Cowan. That one starts off the knees, 0-1, 1-0 rather. Hit hard down the left field line, but way foul. And half the ballpark just woke up for the first strike. One into the turf. The runner moves up to second. And now Lafleur's in scoring position for the 2-1. A hit to the outfield could tie it. Cowan, weak contact, it's caught. Durham is off to the gold medal game. The Lords beat the Saints 5-4 the final. The second loss in OCAA play for the Saints this year, And they now go on to the bronze medal game after having a 17-1 regular season. What a performance for Durham. An unbelievable evening, and now it leads to an unbelievable Saturday here on We Digital. Day 3 of the OCAA Women's Softball Championship takes place again tomorrow morning, starting with the bronze medal game around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. You can catch that once more here on We Digital. Then the gold medal game falls around 1 p.m. If necessary, a second game would fall by 3 p.m. With that, it's time to say goodbye. I'm Justin Prince saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow.